Whenever I get sick, I pill up, I curl up, and I enjoy the comforts of my bed. And I think about things. And then I overthink about things. And then I eat soup. Hooray for sickness soup.
Nothing melts away the cold like a delicious hot bowl of Campbell's soup. Hot bowl soup.
And if you can't tell based on how shitty I look, I'm having soup for lunch today. I'm also overthinking things, and the main thing I'm overthinking right now is a game that I recently finished called Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. I've already posted my half-minute game review short on this channel already. You should go watch it, and like it, and subscribe, and hit the bell. Make me feel slightly less sick by allowing dopamine to flow through me like the boogies are currently flowing through my sniffler right now. I gave V3 a 3 out of 5, and I think my current illness is karmic retribution for giving such a low score to one of my favorite game franchises. If I start coughing up pink blood, you'll know that Monokuma got me. But ever since the credits rolled, I've been thinking a lot about the game. I think it's fascinating to talk about. There are several interesting discussions to be had about the game's story, its characters, how horny it is, and of course, the ending. I find myself thinking a lot about the mindset of the creators, their relationship to this game, and how it must have felt to make a game for a group of people that they clearly resented crazy style. Kazutaka Kodaka was like Vince McMahon injecting his own creation with a lethal dose of poison in the form of sad nihilism.
I'm gonna kill my creation!
But that's not what I'm overthinking. What I'm overthinking is how on earth people talk about a game like this when it comes out. Because I've never cared about spoilers, personally. I think surprises are fun, but fleeting. Good stories are timeless. That is subjective, of course, and I don't disagree with people who do their best to avoid spoilers so that they can enjoy surprises they've only got one opportunity to have. But when some of the most interesting aspects of a game like Danganronpa surround its twists, reveals, and endings, what are you meant to do? Like, if you're reviewing it, do you alienate part of your audience by throwing up a spoiler tag? Like, how many people aren't going to watch this video because they're afraid I'm going to spoil V3? Which I'm not going to do, by the way, but that is one of the options. You could potentially hinder your own critiques or discussions because you're going out of your way to avoid talking about some of the more interesting aspects of a game. Did I do that here? I don't think so, because the plot of V3 is very much not the crux of the video today.
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Still, you know, I get it, right? Like, I'm not an idiot most days, so I'm aware that obviously people have talked about this game in the past and several others like it. Reviews for this game came out in 2017 alongside its release. I read IGN's 2017 review. It was a few paragraphs that described the gameplay in detail, and discussion around the story boiled down to, this ending is sure to get a lot of people talking. People that aren't me, because I can't get too deep in this IGN review. I mean, that's what they're forced to do. 5 paragraphs, and 4 of them are explanations about how the game works. Oh, Danganronpa, it is a mystery game where you solve murders, and the story is pretty wild. You'll have to find out the aspects of that for yourself. You'll be talking about it. It reminds me of Mass Effect 3 in a lot of ways. When discussing that game, it's hard to just do a deep dive review around the gameplay itself, because if you played Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3 is essentially the same game. The real fascinating discussions with that game are around the story and the ending.
I am the catalyst.
Same is true of Danganronpa V3. If you played 2, you'll know exactly what to expect from 3. Even the new additions that are made to the gameplay are kind of small, they're just tweaks. They don't really turn the game on its head. V3's discussion points that have any meat to them surround the parts that you're not supposed to talk about until an indeterminate amount of time has passed for the statute of limitations. I was supposed to say indeterminate there. Not sure that I did. I kind of mumbled my way through it. And I'll blame that on sickness. But is there a solution to all of this? I don't know, it's a roll of the dice. I mean, I could have spoiled the shit out of V3 here, and it's been 8 years. Danganronpa as a franchise has been around for 15. If I were doing a traditional review of the game right now, I'd spoil the fuck out of it. And I'd have no problem telling you that Monokuma is actually one of the students, he's the ultimate mascot, and they kill the shit out of him in this game. and it gets played completely straight. There you go. And get everybody mad at me. Now, ultimately, I think spoiler tags are good enough. You can have your interesting discussions, but it makes the most sense to have them with the people who can actually engage with them. IGN, they don't really have a choice in how they do it because they're after engagement of a different kind. The absolute hacks. Speaking of hacking, I need to go cough out my insides. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, good. That was the point. And if you didn't, well, I can't save you. Like, subscribe, bell, comment, follow the links, buy my visual novel, support me if you can, love me if you must. Have a great rest of your day. Time for soup and bed.
Hot bowl soup.